Hey everyone, Tankenstein here. In this video, I'll be going over not just one, not two, but three vehicles that were announced in today's devlog. This, if I'm not mistaken, is a record for the most vehicles in a single devlog announcement. And these will be coming to the groundbreaking update that will be coming out in the next few weeks. And these were actually also shown off in the update trailer. I think that this new update will be mostly based on mechanics and things of that nature. To be honest with you, the vehicles up to this point, with the exception of these three, have been a little bit less than stellar insofar as the devlogs are concerned, but I'm still really stoked for this. If you want, check out my analysis of the new gameplay mechanics that I think will be coming in groundbreaking, linked in the pinned comment below. That being said, we're getting the Wiesel 1A4, the Wiesel 1A2, and the Ozelot coming in this update. And the Ozelot is a Wiesel 2 just adapted for SAM duty, so anti-air duty. So these will be German tanks around 5 to 6, rank 5 to 6, and they will be extremely small, between 2.5 and 5 tons, really making them essentially the smart cars of War Thunder, and they all have their own unique sort of a role, so to speak. Now, they had a max speed in real life of around 70 kilometers per hour, and I suspect that with many other ground vehicles of lightweight in War Thunder, these will take some time to accelerate and will be stopped dead in their tracks by things like wooden fences and shrubs, because for whatever reason, War Thunder likes to make it so that those things are immovable forces. The 1A2 and the 1A4 had around an 86 horsepower engine, while the Ozelot, which was again based on the Wiesel 2, had a 109 horsepower engine. So a pretty substantial increase in horsepower between the 1 models and the Wiesel 2. And these will also have a crew of between 2 and 3, and this will be totally dependent on which one that you actually have. So for example, the Wiesel 1A4, which is the first of the 3 vehicles that they announced, will have an RH, so a Rheinmetall 202 cannon. This will be a 20mm cannon, which is the same on the Leopard 2K on the roof of the vehicle, and the Marder 1A1, and also the Marder 1A3. Now, you will be able to unlock DM63, which is APF SDS, if I'm not mistaken, and will provide a total of 63mm of armor pen at most with this. So you're not really going to be able to shoot through much, not going to be able to shoot through the front of most vehicles. However, those side shots will be possible with that DM63 ammunition. Now, the 1A4 will also have thermal sights for both crew members, and it will also have a laser rangefinder. It will also have a relatively high angle for the guns, or for the gun itself, just the single gun, which will make this effective versus aircraft. So primarily helicopters and low-flying prop planes. Now, it will also have a crew of 2, which is the smallest of the Wiesel vehicles, which is a little bit unfortunate, but, you know, of course, what can you expect? This is a very, very small vehicle. It's really difficult to estimate what sort of BR this will be on launch, and though it will be likely the rank 5 vehicle that they are talking about, it's difficult. So I would probably place it based on where the Marder vehicles are. I'd probably place this around between 7.0 and 7.7, just because the higher BR of the Marders is 8.0, if I'm not mistaken, but it does have an ATGM, whereas this only has the 20mm cannon. So again, the 1A4 will be very difficult to place insofar as BR. However, it does make sense that it's in the 7.0 to 8.0 BR range, likely one peg below wherever the various Marders are, being that this is basically a Marder that's smaller and without the ATGM. Next up, we have the 1A2, which is pretty similar to the 1A4, except that it can fire the TOW2A and TOW2B, the latter of which will explode over the roof of the enemy tank in order to destroy it, while the 2A is more of a direct fire solution. Now, I suspect that based on the ordnance, this will probably be used for sneak attacks and capping bases, and will probably be one of the Wiesel tanks that sits at rank 6, probably around 9.0 or so BR. Due again to the placement of the TOW2B mounted vehicles such as the Bradley M3A3 even though the Wiesel will be substantially less capable in all other respects, at least for the most part, compared to the Bradley. And this vehicle will have a crew of 3. Again, the Wiesel tanks are basically single role vehicles. They don't have some sort of secondary fire mechanism that can also destroy vehicles. It's their main armament, and that's it. And finally, we have the Ozelot, which is based on the Wiesel 2, and this is an anti-aircraft vehicle. It has a slightly more powerful engine, as mentioned before, compared to the other Wiesel tanks, so 109 horsepower compared to the 86. It does have the same top speed, at least per what I had read online, but it should be able to accelerate a little bit more efficiently, a little bit quicker. It will be a slightly larger vehicle compared to the 1A2 and the 1A4. So if you look at the vehicle from the side, you could see that, for example, the running wheels, the road wheels, they are a little bit different compared to the other vehicles, because the Ozelot, the Wiesel 2, is a little bit different of a vehicle. It's a pretty substantial modification or rebuild on the original Wiesel design. And this will be able to fire Stinger missiles for AA, and that's about it. So this is not going to be an incredibly capable vehicle. It's something that I could see a lot of people getting into at the end of a match and just kind of being there at the base, just shooting down helicopters. This also could be a very effective vehicle when it comes to just riding along with the squadron. So, I mean, if you're with 2 or 3 of your buddies on the ground and you're just kind of driving along regularly, this could be actually a great vehicle to kind of fill in that anti-aircraft role because of how small it is, despite the fact that it is larger than the Wiesel 1A4 and the 1A2. So it's a really interesting concept. It's pretty much, I mean, this is about as close to a shoulder-mounted anti-aircraft vehicle as you're going to get, because, I mean, it is about as small of a vehicle as you can get in War Thunder. So it'll be interesting to see how it's used. I don't really see it being an incredibly high BR, but of course, ATGMs or air-to-air or surface-to-air missiles, I mean to say, are typically going to come at a higher BR. So this is probably going to be somewhere around 9.0 BR, rank 6, maybe a little bit higher. But being that they're Stingers, and in War Thunder, at least not as of yet, they're not all too effective. Can't see them being all too incredibly high BR. But that being said, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'm really stoked for these vehicles. Again, these are the only ones that I'm like really kind of stoked for coming to War Thunder, just because the other vehicles thus far announced have not been all too stunning. But again, let me know in the comments below. Also, check out my history video that will be coming out tomorrow on the YB40, a gunship modification on the B-17. It will be coming out Saturday, October 16th. So if it's already beyond the 16th of October, check it out. It is a really, really cool video. But either way, thanks again for watching, everyone. Please like, comment, subscribe. You know the dealio, and I will see you all on the other side. Thanks so much, and take care.